Yeah, I don't know.
Winter is coming.
I don't want it. I never have.
Winter is coming.
I don't want it. I never have.
Drink. Your king commands it.
I don't want it. I never have.
Welcome back to Watch the Goddamn Thrones.
Yeah. Your one-stop shop for two bros broing out about everything. Game of Thrones, A Song of Ice and Fire, House of the Dragon, and everything else.
Yes.
In Georgetown.
Georgetown.
The true MCU, the Martin Cinematic Universe. That's correct.
Facts.
All right. So, yeah. I'm your host, Mackie Jones, a.k.a. a bunch of other things. But the key is
Warren Logan, a.k.a.
Wolf of Wall Street. The dire Wolf of Wall Street.
The dire wolf of Wall Street.
Come on.
I love it.
Yeah. All right, now you got to think of some sort of dragon thing real quick.
And I'm Warren Logan, a.k.a. the dragon, God damn it. I don't know what the fuck else you want. I'm the fucking dragon.
Don't argue with me. I'm a dragon. So yeah, there you go. That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, so we got a few things to go over, I think. Of course, we can continue discussing the series from the channel In Deep Geek on the Faceless Men and where we're at that. We can talk about House Dayne and will they save Westeros? Or, according to other sources, Westeros.
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 Yeah, I don't know if we actually have ever said, but we are both blind, so we use screen readers. And
we ain't blind to the truth, which is that the others are coming.
Facts.
Yeah, we use screen readers, and so that's our phones and computers talk and read things for us. And in this case, his phone read Westeros as Westeros.
Yeah, Westeros.
Westeros.
So I had to say
muy bien.
Yeah, muy bien. Yeah, muy bien.
Yeah. Yo quiero más Westeros.
Más Westeros. Yes.
Shit. But yeah. We also got the update of my wife as she travels through the book and everything. So, and then yeah, you got
Corner.
anything? Katie's Corner. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple little things to talk about. A couple little things.
Right. Do you want to start with that?
Yeah, this one is real quick. This is from last October, I guess, 2022. He was on
who?
George Martin.
Oh, Georgie.
He was on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, and they were talking about, like, you know, the war in Ukraine and all that. And George R.R. Martin says that he feels like it could be feasible, you know, at the time anyway, that there could be a nuclear weapon. And basically he said that he wished that he could have a dragon and he would fly it to the Kremlin.
Yeah. That a boy, George. That a boy, George. I love it.
So I thought that was fun. Also, next thing real quick, which is a good sign. Watched David Lightbringer the other day. And he was talking about how House of the Dragon was greenlit for season 3. At least that's what it sounds like.
Oh, shit.
So that's good. I don't know what exactly they wanted to split up, but they said they wanted to make something major happen. Instead of season 2, they wanted to have it happen in season 3. So I can only speculate as to what that is.
That's gonna fucking suck so hard as a fan. Like, it's gonna, like, we're gonna have to wait so long to see what that is.
If he brought up the thing, like, if this is already happening now, then that means that you might not have to wait as long, because, you know, this is going to be a 2-year wait between season 1 and season 2. And so maybe it might be a little bit of a shorter wait next time. So hopefully.
Yeah.
Yes, hopefully.
All right, let's go.
Yes. I'm all here for it. Season 3. So I wonder what they're going to split up. I know you haven't read it all, the whole thing yet. So I won't even try and speculate at the moment because there's some good stuff that is worth reading about.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid it at first, but I'm going through a summary right now of Fire and Blood, and then I'll probably get the actual thing and go through the nitty gritty soon.
Yeah.
Or soonish.
There's one scene that I'm just like, how the fuck are they going to do this? I'm so excited to see this.
I'm actually more interested in After the Dance, actually. I really hope they'll do something for After the Dance. Like, I want to see... I just read a whole thing about Aegon III's rule, and then all of that.
The Dragon Bane.
Yeah. And...
I want Aegon IV.
I mean, yes.
I want an Aegon IV show.
Aegon IV show, a movie, a video game, a trading card. I want a Aegon IV flag.
You're so petty.
I want an Aegon IV bumper sticker. I want an Aegon IV 2020 forever.
Aegon IV for president.
Yeah. 4 more years of fourth. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's all going to be interesting, but there's just one moment where it's ridiculous. So,
what you think about, like Daemon and Aemon's fight, or
nah?
Like,
yes, that one too, but there's something else.
Okay, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, all right though. But yay, season 3 possibly getting greenlit, and shout out to David Lightbringer because that dude's legit.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I love his like sarcasm way. You know, I love his way of speaking. It's great. Also
watched Baelor Breakspear. It was a little special they did on History of Westeros. History of Westeros. Watched a special they did on him. I'm in the middle of watching part 2. And,
all right, I'll check that out.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It's all, you know, a lot of this, of course, is, you know, Dunk and Egg involved, Night of the Seven Kingdoms, because that's where we see him, really. So it just kind of goes over his life. Of course, you know, he fought in he fought against the Black Fires.
Didn't quite triumph. He kind of triumphs at the trial of 7, but he kind of fell short. You know. Pun intended.
You know, that is,
no.
You know, made about halfway.
It just cracks me up that they're like a dragon fell on me. Oh yeah, he did. A dragon did fall on him. Just
not the way you thought it was going to end.
No. Forget a dragon. I want a lion. Let's talk about Cersei Lannister. No. What?
I will unsheath my sword for Cersei Lannister.
And I will shoot my shot. Oh, that doesn't quite. None of these sound effects are accurate. Well, yours are. Mine are not. You know what? I will take an oath.
A solemn oath?
I will take a solemn oath right now in front of the eyes of gods and men. Yeah, for the realm, for the watch.
For the watch.
I am going to rebuild my soundboard with more appropriately accurate sounds by the next episode.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right, so if
we'll see
that
if
doesn't
I come
happen,
through.
Then I guess we'll all have to gather around and stab you and say it's for the watch because you broke your oath.
Yeah. Take off my head, why don't you? Yeah, let's do it Ned Stark style.
I never have.
Oh, okay. You want it that way?
Yeah, you know. Well, I mean, we could do both.
Oh,
you know, because at this point, y'all just pissed, you know. So it's just like, you know, if we're going like that, you know, let's just turn up the petty scale to 11, you know? Get some wildfire while you're at it. Fuck it.
Why not? Just destroy the whole thing.
If I break my oath, I will have to record another episode of this show. But if I succeed, I will record another episode of this show. So, you know, tune in next week for the dramatic conclusion. All right. Anything else?
No, that's all I had. I was just talking about that. Thought that was really interesting. Part 2 is going to be fun.
I'm excited to look it up myself.
Yeah, I'm going to really get into the whole studying the Black Fire rebellions. You know, seeing what those black fires were up to.
I really enjoy reading about the Black Fires. Oh, that's not what we're doing. Oh, shit. But yeah, I watched an overview about them the other day. That was fun. Courtesy of ASX, I believe. Yeah. Which, yeah. They're great. He's great. They are great. I don't know. That YouTube channel is great. So yeah.
Someone's great.
And yeah. So he also has a great video about House Dayne. So that brings, you know, we're going to get to the Faceless Men in a minute, but I just have to quickly shine the light on House Dayne and how they might all play a role. Or rather, the house in general will play a role in this whole A Song of Ice and Fire story. You know, it's very interesting. I guess, you know, it's funny. We all know and love Arthur Dayne, you know. Mm-hmm. You know, my guy. I mean, not like Aegon IV, but, you know, he's pretty close. It's like, you know, it's like Aegon IV. It's like Aegon IV, Peter Baelish, Varys, you know, fucking that dude from Karth, and, you know, and that one dumbass who guides Brienne and her squire, and he gets chopped up. It's like all those people, and then it's like all those people, and then
Nimble Dick.
Nimble Dick.
Greatest name ever, by the way. One of them, anyway, for sure. Nimble Dick.
Nimble Dick knows. Okay. Nimble Dick knows, child.
Nimble Dick.
Yeah, so he does a great video about the Danes, House Dayne, and everything, and talk about how Arthur Dayne and Oshara Dayne are kind of like these symbols of like not innocence themselves, but just like, you know, everyone thinks back to them fondly and idolize them in a way and stuff. Even though, you know, like Oshara had a shit ton of drama and problems, basically. You know, she possibly got knocked up by Ned. Or by somebody else. You know, she was the love of Barristan Selmy. You know, he has the whole thing where he talks about her. But she loved Ned, possibly.
Be fun if Ned actually had like a real legit bastard, just like never knew. Be funny as fuck.
He does. His name's Jon Snow.
Oh, right.
I'm going to throw this out there right now. That whole other thing that everyone talks about, that's Cap. The real fake news. Cap, yeah. Alternative facts. But yeah, and so there's some theories that suggest actually that she faked her own death, because here's the thing, you know, we all know about Ned and Arthur Dayne fighting, you know, and everything, and it's like, bruh, like okay, he killed a member of their family, and then another member of their family like died over him. So why the fuck is House Dayne so close and like cozy with Ned? Like you know, he takes the sword Dawn back to, you know, Starfall or whatever, and like they're just like, okay, cool, man. Like what the fuck? Like if that happened, you'd think they'd have hatred for Ned, you know?
Right.
And then in book 3 we meet Edric Dayne. I forget, but it's just crazy because everyone calls him Ned though. And like, you know, supposedly Ned killed his uncle, but yet he looks up to Ned, you know? Like, and, but anyway, here's where all this gets really interesting though. So when we start talking about the sword, Dawn itself, basically the way it's not made out of Valyrian steel, I guess. It's actually made out of this rock, that glows. And it's interesting because House Dayne, actually their lineage dates all the way back to the Kingdom of Dawn. And they were they were another group to show up to Westeros with dragon riders and build the high tower, basically, with this mystery black stone. Do you know about the black stone?
No, I do not.
So there is this black stone that's like all over the fucking place, and it's mentioned here or there in like little tidbits throughout the whole story. Sometimes it's coal, but sometimes it's this weird, mysterious black stone that like no one knows where it comes from, but it's like as strong as metal or something like that. Like it's crazy. Like it's like this whole other behind the scenes plot thing that like no one really like knows what to do with. But it's just interesting because, you know, here you have, you know, the Targaryens from Valyria, who are always described as having silver blonde hair and purple eyes. And then I guess a lot of the famous characters from other like stories, like this the Bloodstone Emperor and like the Amethyst Empress. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so like that story is basically the Kingdom of Dawn's like own Azor Ahai story. Like he kills his wife like for a powerful sword that glows too and stuff, and like it's crazy. And so there's a lot of speculation that actually, you know, we all know about Stannis' sword. You know, we all know about that. You know, Aemon pointed everything we need to know about his Lightbringer sword. But there's a lot of speculation that actually the sword Dawn is the real Lightbringer sword. Oh, and shit. so there's one idea that Edric Storm, when we meet Edric Storm, he's like Arya's age. And I guess there was something out there about how George was going to put a 5-year time skip at one point in the writing. And so this would age Edric up, you know, into being a full-fledged, you know, man-grown, or I mean, 11 to like 15 or 16 or whatever. So a man-grown in there.
Pretty much.
And he would have been a warrior, and he would have gotten the sword, and then somehow the sword would have gone from him to Jon. But then he took out the time skip because he was too annoyed with telling shit through flashbacks. So he just kind of had to set Edric aside. And so now everyone's thinking that Darkstar, the described emo, disgraced, or I don't know if he's necessarily disgraced, but he's always lived in Arthur Dayne's shadow and has always like been pissed. He's like, he wasn't great. He just had a great sword, you know. Fuck that guy, basically. The thought is he's gonna steal Dawn.
Bitter bitch syndrome.
Bitter bitch wasn't even from Bitterbridge.
Hey.
Yeah, gonna fucking break him down like the Stone Man. He's a Stone Man ting.
Stone Man ting.
Grayscale. Booyah. Bow. But yeah, so like somehow Darkstar is going to steal the sword, and then somehow Jon's going to get the sword, and you know he's going to be Azor Ahai, and he's going to make it burn and all that shit or something, you know. But yeah, that's basically like a very bad summary of the whole thing. I highly recommend ASX's video about it because it's a good watch. So yeah,
shout out to ASX.
And now let's move on to the Faithless Men, because I know y'all been hanging on to the edges of your seat for this one, you know. Just haven't talked about the last couple episodes because, you know, the others. So, the others in the 7. But so basically, when Jaqen leaves Arya, we see him change his face for the first time, and he's described as, a man with full cheeks and a scar on one cheek, or a scar on his face, and very thick curls that go around his ears, basically, or cover his ears. And then he leaves. All the way in fucking book 4 in the prologue. Later, we meet this guy named Pate, who is studying to be a maester at the Citadel, but he's like really bad. Like, he is not doing a good job, And and he really wants the maidenhead of this not barmaid, but this woman who works at a tavern named Rosie, I think. But he needs to pay a gold coin for that, and he happens to meet this guy who calls himself the Alchemist, who is described as having full cheeks, a scar on his face, and curly hair that goes around his ears. And I don't know about you, but again, I fully did not get that was him. I did not put that together.
No, I didn't either.
And so learning that was just so cool. But basically, he says to Pate that he will give him a gold coin if he can get him this key. That he's in charge of guarding this key, basically. And so Pate has to decide, will he guard the key, or will he just get the gold coin and run off with the love of his life? He's a man, he has a penis, so he chooses the gold coin. So, when he meets the alchemist later, he asks him who he is, and as if we need an even more obvious clue, he goes, "No one." Again, bruh. Then Pate bites the gold. He hands him the gold coin. Pate bites the gold coin to check it, like he's seen people do, and then dies because it was poisoned. Mirroring the same exact coin that Arya used when she was training, and had her first thing to do, her first task, if you will.
Yeah, I did not catch that at first, but
yeah,
it's very obvious
adds up,
now.
though, huh? Yeah. I mean, especially if you're reading straight through like I was. Like, I mean, that was a little bit ago,
Yeah.
And all we know is that key opens every door in the... it's either every door in Old Town or every door in the Citadel. I can't remember. But either way... And then what's interesting is that what you were hearing me listen to earlier when I was researching is that Sam runs into Pate later, but as Robert from In Deep Geek pointed out, basically, people in the prologues always die, or someone always dies. The point of view characters always die in the prologues. So odds are Pate is now Jaqen. And so yeah, we still don't know what he is trying to do, but basically he is in Old Town and he is going to play a role. The Maesters are all going to play a role. And we will talk about another theory relating closely to that, which is who is the perfume seneschal? Because we have to leave the Faceless Men for a minute and talk about, because a few of our YouTubers have all done more recent videos about the perfume seneschal. And so we just need to check that out, because In Deep Geek has a great video about who he thinks it is. And Quinn the GM has a video he just did a few days ago, and he has a different idea on who he thinks the perfume seneschal is. So yeah, there you go. That was your update for the Faceless Men.
I love the fact that all these different people have different opinions. Because like, if we were all in this universe, this is how it would be. No, it's this guy. No, you're a jackass. It's this guy. No, it's the other guy.
Your mother's balls.
Your mother's balls. What do you know? You fought for the Targaryens. What do you know?
And you fought for the Blackfires.
Yeah, your mother's balls. What do you know? Huh?
Your mother was with Fireball. Hey, your mother was with Fireball. Oh shit. Your brother was bitter because he fought with bitter steel.
Yes.
You know what? It's actually Aegon the Fourth, Brennan Rivers, and then everybody else I said.
Oh man. There you go.
and then Quaith. Yeah.
Of course.
Where the fuck is Quaith?
Where the fuck?
But to cap things off with a little bit of Katie's Corner, though, she has moved through to just got done with a John chapter, I think.
All right.
And yeah, she's moving through the second book. So yeah, it's coming along nicely. And she had a moment. Yes, yesterday? Yeah, I was getting there. Yeah. So a few episodes ago, we did a fun, the Reddit thing of like when you've read Game of Thrones too much. Mm-hmm. And she had one of her own moments where I said something, and I was talking about something to my daughter, and she was like, what, Aegon? I'm like, no. I think I was talking about a bill or something. Like I can't even remember what it was, but she heard Aegon instead of what it actually was.
I love it.
So yeah, there you go.
Hey, once it grabs you, it grabs you. Let's be honest. We all low key live in Westeros.
At least the South does. Hey, shout out to King's Landing, otherwise known as Louisiana. I mean, what? Huh? No. Hey, there you go. There's a topic for next time. Where is King's Landing in our South? Where is King's Landing? Because King's Landing is in the South there, so it's got to be somewhere in the South here. So let's think about that. Huh?
All right. That's a good question.
So, yeah, with that being said, thanks for listening.
That's going to knock us out.
Check out if you like music, check out our music-related podcast, The Mixed Music Show.
Yes, The Mixed Music Show. We also have songs out. We have a band called Top of the Mountain.
Top of the Mountain.
Topple, The Mountain. Not
T
the
as
hound.
In
the mountain.
That's not the hound. That's not the mountain because he just got toppled. Yeah, that wasn't that funny. Move on.
Top of the Mountain. We have 3 songs: 9 to 5, Change, and No One. Mm-hmm. We also have Ashley K, Until There Was You,
who is the singer of Top of the Mountain, but it's herself.
Yes,
her solo act.
And we just put out Zonk, ZHONK, Burn.
Yeah. Yep, the song Burn by the EDM horn duo Zonk. And yeah, check them out. It's great. Also, one of the members of Zonk, Sawbone Sawyer, and I did a song. We did a cover of Come and Go by Juice WRLD and Marshmello. And yeah, it's pretty crazy. So yeah. And check out Maple Mix Productions. Because, yeah, that's
Facebook,
where we're from.
YouTube.
MySpace.
TikTok.
Nah. TikTok. Instagram.
And if you have any questions, Watch the Thrones podcast at gmail.com.
Gamerl.
Yes, we are taking all your questions.
We see you in the flames.
And your hostages. We're taking you as a hostage.
And now, our watch has ended. For the watch.
For the watch.
Take him out, Cersei.
When you play the Game of Thrones, you win. You die.
Straight up.
There is no middle ground.
21.
21. Tea time.
Tea time.
Peopleness Productions.
Everything we do is sweet.